And hello, everyone. We are
Hi.
live. Hello. If I sound not so energetic, it's because for some reason my body has just been very tired. And yeah, I watched all the shows I needed to watch today, and then I tried to stay awake by forcing myself to play video games so that my attention would push me to stay awake until the show, and now the show is here, and my body is like, but you need to take a nap, and I'm like, I really don't, but thank you, body. So if I seem a little lethargic, I'm just sleepy for some stupid reason. My body just decided, hey, you sleep, and I'm like, but I had a full amount of sleep, need more sleep, but I don't need more sleep, need more sleep. And that's basically where my body's at right now. So apologies if I don't seem as energetic as I normally do, but we have to go on with the show regardless, and there's a lot of cool and interesting stuff to talk about today. I'm not 100% sure if Fenris is joining us or not. Uh, we shall see. He's going through some personal stuff right now, and we absolutely understand. We're not going to put his business out there, but yeah, we do understand if he's not able to make it. But yeah, welcome to Anime Church, the church where cosplay is appreciated and we don't judge you for it. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I'm Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology, and apparently I'm bringing all the energy today. Woo!
Yeah. So that's a thing. Uh, dear Lord. So I don't know what to do about Zenshu since you said you haven't caught up on it.
Yeah, I've only got the first episode so far, so.
My my guy, my guy. I would have preferred you skip Blue Box.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well, I figured you would have been caught up with everything. I thought I was the one behind on everything.
I'm always the one behind.
Well,
This is the
face
formula we have created, my man.
face it. I mean, technically speaking, Zenshu comes out on Saturday, so I would understand if you hadn't seen episode 4. Or it comes out Sunday, sorry, not Saturday. But it comes out on Sunday, so I'd understand if you hadn't seen episode 4. But if you've only seen episode 1, I don't know what to do with you because we've already reviewed it. So
Okay, I mean, I could just leave and you do the rest of this if that's what you're wanting.
just for Zenshu, I'd be like, unmute yourself. If you're leaving now and making me do all of Anime Church, I'm just ending Anime Church.
I, that's
Yeah.
just what it sounds like you're leading up to.
No, I'm
You've told
saying
me that before. If I don't get caught up all the way, I may as well not show up. And if
yeah.
that's how you feel, I mean,
Fuck you.
same to you.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to tell you off today. I'm just here. All right. We have
Yeah, he's tired.
yeah. I've got general nerdy news that we've got to talk about. Two of those are about the Sonic movies, so I'm going to have those for you. I
Of
don't know
course.
who's going to take over the mecha stuff since Fenris isn't here, but we shall see. We shall see. Is this at least a soothing voice? Yeah, I'm a little quiet. Fuck off. I already explained why it is that I'm talking the way I'm talking, and saying that I'm quiet. I have the gain turned up a lot. I turned the air thing off, so I should be coming through clear. I'm not yelling, and I'm not energetic. And if you want me to be yelly and energetic, well, too freaking bad. We don't always get what we want.
But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need.
I need a nap, but I'm not getting that.
Not yet.
Hmm. All right, let's start off with the friendly neighborhood wall crawler. So two bits of Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
stuff dropped
Spider-Man.
from Marvel Entertainment. There is a behind-the-scenes look. Oh, it'd help if I actually let everybody see what the frick is going on. So we got a behind-the-scenes look at the new Spider-Man animated series coming to Disney Plus very soon. I like this because it's like old school Peter Parker, like the old '60s era comics style Peter Parker. But it's also blended with a little bit of it. It's got like a dash of MCU stuff in there.
Hmm.
Uh, Especially with how the costume looks in the beginning. Is that Venom? That's dope if it is. But yeah, they got a lot of people who are kind of returning. Uh, However, um, it, somebody else that's doing the voice of Peter Parker. It's not Tom Holland. I think that's because they didn't work out a deal or something. I don't know the specific thing. Uh, but I mean, it looks good. I'm here for it. You know. I watched the Spider-Man cartoons back in the '90s, and there's like multiple Spider-Man costumes that are happening, and this is all happening at school. Oh, that's right, Daredevil. That's the part that they were plugging, Daredevil, because I think I'm not 100% sure. It might be Charlie Cox that's voicing this Daredevil as well, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, yeah, we're looking at some pretty interesting stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to this. I mean, I'm not hyped about it, but you know, it doesn't look bad. It looks fun, and I had a lot of fun with watching the Spider-Man cartoon back in the day. And
I'll be
also
happiest if J. Jonah Jameson is being played by uh,
J.K.
J.K.
Simmons.
Simmons.
I don't
Yes.
think I don't think he can play every iteration
He has up to now,
though. No, he hasn't.
literally, even in the TV shows, all the animated TV shows, he has been every single J. Jonah Jameson, and it's
He has
amazing.
not. He has
He
not been
has.
J. Jonah Jameson in every single Spider-Man TV show
I
that
can't
has
say anything for
come
the
out.
oldest, but ever since he made his first appearance in the live action, he has.
He's been voicing J. Jonah Jameson in like all the Spider-Man cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, that's all him because he loves the character.
Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, and also we got a look at the first. They literally dropped uh the scene where Petey gets bit by a spider for the first time. So this is just regular Petey at this time, and already something's happened to the school. So one only can guess as to what is going on.
They were just
And
putting in a new window.
sure, sure, sure. But yeah, this is where he gets bit and starts to slowly gain his powers. And anyhow, yeah. So this is coming out end of the month, like relatively soon. I think it was the 29th is when it's supposed to be coming out. Uh, but regardless, yeah. Um, I don't have much else to say other than that. What are your thoughts on this?
The animation style is very interesting. But this looks cool. The spider lived after biting him and crawled onto someone else's backpack, so we might have like a multiple power thingy. I'm feeling something like static shock level of stuff, which would be kind of cool. So yeah,
This is early Peter Parker, so it's too early for it to be Miles.
obviously.
Yeah. I don't know how many spider people there are in the Spider-Man universe, but
Well, if this is an entirely original thing, it could be however many they want.
oh, well, if that's the case, fuck this show.
Why?
I don't want that. I want it to like the whole Spider-Man thing works if it's predominantly Peter. If he's running around with like a whole team of spider
Well,
people, that just does not work.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yes, but they're not all spider people.
No, but they're whatever. Just that's not how I'm thinking about it. I'm just thinking
That's
like
that's literally breaking canon for me. I would not like that. I would hate that.
I mean, is it really breaking canon or is it just
Yes,
a new canon?
it's breaking canon. Did
You
you
must have
learn
hated
nothing?
Spider Verse.
No, I didn't hate Spider Verse. That's all within canon.
So could this.
The multiverse is. The
Yeah.
multiverse is part of canon.
Which means there is an infinite universes, including one where multiple people are Spider Man in one universe.
No, let's hope this isn't the one because that sounds lame.
Probably not. Again, I'm not thinking about everyone's having spider powers, but everyone could get some level of power of or
I mean,
something.
it also makes sense that the spider wouldn't die after biting him because, like, why would the spider just up and die after biting someone? Makes no dang
Well,
sense.
it happened in I think two of the iterations.
If he killed it, I think that was one of them. He killed it after he got bit. He smacked it, and
Yeah,
then in
but
the other
there's
one,
one, the Amazing Spider-Man, the live action movie. It bit him and then tried to trail off and then just died.
uh, one of the live actions. Okay, because all I'm remembering is
Andrew
one where it.
Garfield.
Okay, one where it died. Okay, so it just died of natural causes for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was silly.
Mm.
The other one that the one that I was specifically thinking about after this was the one from Miles Morales from Spider Verse movies, and that one actually still made sense that it would just up and
Yeah.
die afterwards because like it glitched out from being in the wrong universe for so long.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, this looks interesting. I hope that they I mean, the way Feige and everybody were talking about it, they're kind of sticking to a lot of the early comic book aspects. So I don't think there would be multiple Spider people to begin with. But yeah, just having like one of the things maybe he's trying to track down the spider so it doesn't bite anybody else and do this to someone.
Could be.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Um, yeah. Alrighty. Oh man, I'm glad you're here. I just also wish that Fenris was here because we're gonna talk Resident Evil.
Hmm.
Yeah, Warner Brothers and Netflix bid for rights to a new Resident Evil reboot film. And the title here, I titled it "Reboot," RE boot. So, yeah, that was my one pun for the day. The Hollywood Reporter on
Does that make
Friday.
you a one pun man?
Uh, Maybe? I don't know. The Hollywood Reporter reported on Friday that four studios, including Warner Brothers and Netflix, are in a bidding war for the rights to Zach Krieger of Barbarian and Weapons, new live-action reboot of Capcom's Resident Evil survival horror game franchise. Constantine Film and PlayStation Productions will produce the new reboot film. Shay Hatton of John Wick Chapter 4 and Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead will co-write the screenplay along with director and writer Kreger. Sources told The Hollywood Reporter Kreger's film will take the title to its horror roots and be more faithful to the initial games.
God, I hope so.
Yes! Fucking finally. Jesus Christ.
Like,
The
just give us the damn mansion movie. That's
I
all
did
we
not
need.
the whole thing with the Alice Mia Jovovich Resident Evil stuff. Like I get it, people liked it. It was like popcorn silliness, whatever. The problem is that those came out around the time that Capcom was shifting to the more action oriented stuff. The first
Hmm.
movie was definitely more horror, but it was weird in its horror. Anyway, um, this film will be the eighth live action film in the franchise, the first six films in the franchise released between 2002 and 2017, all with Mia Jovovich, or Jovovich, however you want to pronounce it. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, the first live action film reboot in the franchise, opened in the U.S. in November 2021 and then opened in Japan in January 2022. The film is set in the late 1990s, has a completely original story, and features characters from multiple games in the series. I I didn't know Welcome to Raccoon City had a live action adaptation. Okay, interesting. Resident Evil Dead Island, or yeah, Death Island, the latest CG animated film in the franchise, opened in July of 2023. Yep. Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, inducted the 1996 Resident Evil game into the Video Game Hall of Fame in 2024.
Hmm.
Um, yep. Now they're talking about Resident Evil 7, and I'm like, why are you talking about Resident Evil 7, guys? All right, anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just backstory stuff. Just
Yeah, it is. All right. The next one up. This was a long time coming. I've been wondering why it didn't happen sooner, but Sony is to end recordable Blu ray disc production in Japan in February. So the media company also will also in production of recordable mini discs or MD data discs in mini DV cases. Sony announced on January 23rd on its website it will in production of several recordable media discs in Japan. In the announcement, the media giant stated it is ending production of recordable Blu-ray disc media as well as recordable mini discs. The company also stated no successors to the above media formats are in production. The company had originally announced last July that it would end the production of recordable Blu-ray discs, but this new announcement adds more media that is ending production and gives the specific time frame of February. Sony stated in July that development and production of Blu-ray disc recording and playback devices will continue. Sony spearheaded the development of the Blu-ray media format in the early 2000s, along with other companies such as Panasonic, and as a successor to DVDs. For a brief period, Blu-rays were in competition with electronics manufacturer Toshiba and NEC Corp-backed HD DVD format. However, HD DVDs were discontinued in March of 2008. Sony Group held an 18.8% share of the market in Japan for Blu-ray discs for recording in the 2023 fiscal year, according to BCN.
What
Updated to
if
clarify, the Blu-ray disc media is ending recordable Blu-ray discs. Added more background information. All right, cool.
what if we did what Nintendo started doing with just all across DVDs and Blu-rays? Instead of putting them on discs, move it into cartridges and have cartridge players. You know?
No, because you're still the problem is you're not thinking in terms of sales. It's costing money to put stuff on physical media now. Why do that when you
Yeah.
can just do streaming?
True enough.
And nobody technically owns anything except you. You own the rights for everything. So if you're like, I don't want people to watch this, you can. Like just thinking from their perspective, it would be you're wasting money for no good reason if you're putting stuff on physical media now that we're in the digital age.
Fair
I'm
enough. Wasn't thinking about that.
surprised that I'm surprised that physical media up to this point has kept going for as long as it has, considering like the thought process of a lot of these companies.
Well, I can't say much for Japan, but at least here in America, I know there's still like a huge group of people that are still like
Hmm.
keeping up with getting physical media. So,
There's always going to be that one group of people that likes to have old school stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. You get the next two, my dude.
Woo. Live action Sonic the Hedgehog 3 becomes highest earning film in franchise with a US $420 million.
Blaze it up.
Hell yeah. Entertainment news website Deadline reported on Sunday that the live action Sonic the Hedgehog 3 film's worldwide earnings has surpassed $420 million, becoming the highest earning film in the franchise, surpassing Sonic the Hedgehog's $405 million all time earnings, with $203.5 million of those earnings coming from outside the US.
And it's not even out on digital yet, though it will be soon.
Oh, yeah. In addition, the Box Office Mojo website reported that the film dropped from number 3 to number 4 in its fifth week in the U.S. box office, after earning an estimated $2.4 million over the 4-day long weekend in the United States. The film earned an estimated 1.72 million on Friday, 3.8 million on Saturday, 3.08 million on Sunday, and 2.4 million on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, or Monday. The film earned 60 million, a high number, $60 million in its opening weekend, and topped the box office. The film earned 25 million in its opening day on December 20th. Entertainment news website Variety reported that the film earned over $100 million in North America in its first 8 days of release. The film opened in Japan on December 27th and earned 69 million yen, about 440,000 US, in its first 3 days. Keanu Reeves joins the cat or
You don't have to.
joins.
You don't have to do
Okay,
that
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
part because it's basically just recapping
But
what's going on.
yes, the Sonic movies are doing so well. I'm so happy the Sonic movies are good. Makes me
Yeah.
so happy.
To think
Oh,
how it started and now here we are, with that god awful first trailer.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Jesus.
Thankfully, the studio listened and changed it to make it look more like the original.
I still think it was all part of the plan.
Okay.
They always had the good looking Sonic, but then someone sat there and was like, we'd get more attention if we made him look bad. And then someone's like, I see what you're thinking.
Hmm. Okay.
That's just my what's the word?
Conspiracy
Conspiracy
theory,
theory on it.
tinfoil hat
Yeah.
theory. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the hat right here somewhere.
Okay. You
It
can.
was a gift from the mother.
I know. I know. It's coming from a place of the lunatic, but. All right. Anyway.
All right, and the next one, live action Sonic the Hedgehog 4 film slated for March 19th, 2027. Entertainment news website Variety reported on Tuesday that Paramount Pictures is planning to release the live action Sonic the Hedgehog 4 sequel film on March 19th, 2027. Variety reported a day before the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 film's release that Paramount Pictures is producing a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 film sequel, blah, 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 which is initially announced for spring 2027. The film, yep, the rest of that's
March
backstory.
19th, 2027. Yep.
Well, right here it just says
Oh,
spring
on that part it
2027.
says.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then like right above it says March 19th. I'm like, dude,
yeah.
what the hell? All right.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
very interesting. You still need to watch 2 and beyond.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just 2 and 3 go, but yeah, no, you should. They're good. They're great movies. They're wonderful. The first one was great. The second one was better. The third one was better than that. Partly just because Shadow and Keanu Reeves. Ah.
Nah, I think it was the double duty of Jim Carrey.
It was all of it, okay?
Jim
For
Carrey
diehard
nailed
Sonic
that.
fans, like Shadow being there and being voiced by Keanu Reeves was absolutely amazing. For literally everyone though, Jim Carrey having double trouble, shit.
Yeah, like the whole Jim Carrey thing
Shit.
is what really like sold it for me because I loved watching him for that film. I'm not
Almost like we're two actors playing different or the same actor playing different characters. God, that killed me.
anyhow. Yeah, I didn't go into it for Shadow because I didn't know a lot about Shadow. Like, it's neat that Keanu Reeves is voicing him, but like, yeah, Shadow wasn't like a really big focus for me when I was watching the film. It felt like they were focusing more on the Robotnik relationship with him and his
So,
grandpa.
yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes, they were putting a lot of focus in the film for the Sonic for the not Sonic the Robotnik relationship, but for like I said, for all Sonic and predominantly Shadow fans, there was a metric ton of fan service with just how Shadow was portrayed and a lot of the stuff they made him do. Because
Yeah,
there was a lot of shit that just straight out of the video game. They
yeah,
took the moves, they took everything. It was like
but he never once said that he likes Latinas. So 0 out of
he
10.
got
Worst movie
close.
ever.
He got close.
Worst movie
Because there
ever.
was a moment where he was watching the Spanish soap opera. I forgot what he said, but you're sitting there. It's like he almost said it. You could feel the power of him saying, "I like Latinas."
But he didn't say it. So 0 out of 10. Worst movie. Yeah.
Okay, I guess you're not gonna watch the fourth one. Then fuck you.
Yeah, probably I'm gonna have to because we have to sit down and review it. I know what job I'm in.
All you need to do is have me rant on it for an hour. I will, especially because the ending scene had in it, and then also there was the moment with spoilers. Sorry,
You mean Amy?
spoilers, man.
I don't give a fuck. It's been out for a while. I don't give a shit
So
anymore. I don't care.
give it at least another month, then we'll
No.
spoil it all.
Amy, 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 Amy,
Stop
Amy,
talking
Amy.
about my sister.
How's she doing, by the way? She good? She in good health?
I believe so. Yeah, she's
Okay,
trying
cool.
to she's trying to work out more and stuff. So proud of her for that.
Good stuff. Okay, now we move on to the gaming side of things. 41% of developers in 2025 GDC survey impacted by layoffs. 11% experienced layoffs. The Game Developers Conference, or GDC, released the results of its 13th annual State of the Game Industry Survey on Tuesday and revealed that 41% of game developers surveyed were impacted by layoffs in the last 12 months, meaning either they were laid off, their colleagues were, or other teams or departments were. That is higher than the 35% from last year's survey conducted in October of 2023. Of the developers surveyed this year, 11% reported being laid off themselves, the highest impact being in the narrative field with 19% of respondents. Yes, because that's the other thing I'm really hating about the games industry. Pardon me. That's the other thing I'm really hating about the games industry right now. There's such a hype and a focus on graphics where no, it needs to have a good story. There's plenty of games out there that are done in like 16-bit format that are that are killing it, that are just kicking ass. And you
Hmm.
don't have to have like high-end super overwhelming graphics. You need a fucking good game and a fucking good story. Your characters need to be interesting, your story needs to be interesting. Case in point, Forspoken, big isekai-esque uh, fantasy game from Square. Graphics and all that were up to snuff. Story was crap. Characters weren't interesting. Like, and so it did not do well. So this focus on graphics needs to grow up. Like the games industry needs to grow up and start realizing that narrative is way more important. Finding out that the highest amount of people being fired was from the narrative teams, that really depresses me.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, while 19% of developers reported that there was no reason given for any of the layoffs at their company, when asked their opinion on causal factors, the most frequently mentioned were COVID era overexpansion, rising production costs, declining player interest, unrealistic expectations for the next big hit, and poor leadership and mismanagement. Unity and Unreal Engine are the most used game engines this year, with 32% of developers using each. 13% of developers stated that they use proprietary or in house engines. The highest percentage of developers reported making content for PC for their current project at 80%, up from last year's 66%. 38% of developers reported working on content for PlayStation 5, 34% for Xbox Series X and S, and 20% for Nintendo Switch, 8% for Nintendo Switch 2, and 16% on games for browsers. Mobile game development has increased 5% over from last year's results. 29% of developers stated they are currently working on games for Android and 28% for iOS. Similarly, 37% of developers plan to develop for the PlayStation 5 for their next project, 33% for Xbox, 21% for Switch, and 20% for Switch 2. Of residents who chose other as a platform they'd be interested in developing content for. 44% of them listed the Steam Deck as a platform they're interested in. Last year, 32% of overall respondents said the Switch successor was the platform that most interested in them, while only 8% of developers stated they were actively developing for the upcoming console. When it comes out, when it comes to the use of generative AI, 64% of developers reported that their companies have implemented an internal policy for its use, up from 51% of developers who said so in the 2024 survey. 78% of developers that work at AAA studios stated that their companies have implemented internal policy regarding generative AI. 13% of developers stated that generative AI is having a positive impact on the industry, down from last year's 21%, with a 12-point increase from 2024. 30% of developers stated that generative AI is having a negative impact on the industry. And you can see the graph right here from previous, the positive being 21, now at 13, and the negative was at 18 and is now up to 30%. 16% of developers said their companies do not allow the use of generative AI, and 9% said it is mandated in their workplace. Last year, 12% of developers said their companies do not allow the use of generative AI, while only 2% said it is mandated. So it is definitely a bump up. A majority of developers this year think that their company's DEI and accessibility efforts have been at least slightly successful at 71%, 51% stated the same about their company's sustainability efforts. While they express varying levels of comfort and understanding in implementing accessibility measures in their games, 80% of developers personally express some level of comfort, while 57% of developers reported working for 40 hours per week or less. 13% of developers say they're working more than 51 hours per week on average, up from 8% last year. The survey asked more than 3,000 game developers about their work and about the industry. The report surveyed developers from 86 countries, but a majority of the residents, 58%, were in the United States. The report stated some responses in this survey may overly represent the experiences of developers in the West and may not always reflect the views of the global community at large. The Game Developers Conference will be held at the Moscone Convention Center in San Francisco from March 17th through March 21st. All right, there we go. That's a lot of gaming news just out the gate right there. And none of it really looking like a bright future in the world of gaming. Oh, let's go from talking about one Capcom adventure with more live action Resident Evil to another Capcom adventure with Monster Hunter Wilds. They are having a webcomic contest. Webtoon and Capcom have launched the Monster Hunter Wilds webcomic contest. The contest invites creators to develop original webcomics based on the Monster Hunter universe. A total of 12 prize packs will be awarded for outstanding submission. The contest is part of Webtoon's branded contest program, which connects creators with official brand partners. US-based creators can submit entries to Webtoon's platform, choosing from the 3 prompts inspired by the Monster Hunter universe. Prompts are available on Webtoon Entertainment's website. Submissions are due by February 19th. A panel of judges from Webtoon Entertainment and Capcom will evaluate the entries. Finalists will be announced on February 24th, and winners will be revealed on February 28th. The 3 grand prize winners will get a Monster Hunter Wilds merchandise kit, a Yan Kutku plush, and a digital code for the Monster Hunter Wilds game. The 9 runner-up prize winners will also get the Yan Kutku plush and a digital code for Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds will debut globally on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC via Steam on February 28th. Pre-orders for the game are now open. Alrighty. Well, there we go. And once again, with Fenris not being here, it's a little sad because we have mech news, and I'd love to hear him talk about it. But instead, I'm going to make Moon Moon do it.
Macross 7 recreated in Armored Core 6, complete with guitar controller. Nice. The Japanese YouTube personality, musical instrument salesman Sakamoto, posted a video on December 27th in which Sakamoto pilots a mecha in the Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon game with an actual guitar. In the video, Sakamoto is piloting what appears to be a fan recreation of Basara Neki's VF-19 Excalibur custom from Macross 7. Sakamoto also stated Armored Core 6, controlling with your guitar and your whole body. In Sakamoto's 20-minute video, he notes the camera uses gyroscopic controls and the different strings are used for command inputs. The YouTuber spends roughly 5 minutes demoing the control scheme before playing a mission in the game. He also attempts a one-on-one player versus computer match near the end of the video. Armored Core 6, controlling with your guitar and your whole body. That's the name of the thing. But yeah, that's really cool.
That is very interesting. Yeah, it's like an 18-minute and 4-second video. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just making a controller out of a guitar is already, like, nuts.
There's another YouTuber I watch. He's a bassist. He's done the same with a bass.
Nice.
I think he did. I think it was Mario.
All right, here we go. On to the anime block. Anime Studios Production IG and Signal MD to merge, with Signal MD being dissolved. IG Port announced on Friday that it's merging the Production IG and Signal MD anime studios, with Production IG becoming the survivor company and Signal MD being dissolved. The merger will take effect on June 1st, which marks the start of a new fiscal year for the companies. Both studios are subsidiaries of IG Port. As the merger is between two subsidiary companies, there will be no transfer of stock, money, or other assets. IG Port stated the reason for the merger was to effectively use the management resources of both companies to improve the profitability of the overall group. IG Port added that there will be no changes in Production IG's name, address, business activities, and representatives. The company did not mention what will happen to Signal MD's management or employees. Alrighty. So, more mergers happening in the world of anime. Yay. There's not much rejoicing.
Mm.
All right. Oh, no, it's this one. Anime producer Kuichiro Ito pleads guilty to obscene acts against 3 minors. Oh, boy. The prosecution in the case of 53-year-old anime producer Koichiro Ito, who was arrested in late February 2024 for allegedly soliciting a 15-year-old high school girl for nude photos, recommended on January 7th that Ito serve 6 years in jail. The defense is asking for a suspended sentence for Ito, meaning he will not serve his sentence if he remains on good behavior during a period of time mandated by the court. Following Ito's plea of guilty to all charges, the Wakayama District Court has scheduled final sentencing for Ito on February 28th. Wakayama Prefectural Police arrested Ito in February 2024 on suspicion of soliciting a 15-year-old high school girl in Nagano for nude pictures of herself. Ito admitted to the charge at the time of his arrest, though according to authorities he claimed that he had done it with other people, so he couldn't tell if it was this girl or not. Ito allegedly paid the minor 12,500 yen, or $83 US, in electronic money for the photo or photos, according to TBS News. The outlet also stated police found other videos and images on Ito's computer, according to the authorities. Ito asked the girl for the pictures in September of 2021, with full knowledge that the girl was a minor at the time. Police said that Ito's alleged crime was discovered as part of a different prostitution investigation. The police then laid down additional charges on Ito in March 2024, saying that he exchanged money knowingly with a 15-year-old girl he met on social media in November 2023 for obscene acts, including non-consensual sexual intercourse. Ito admitted to the charge at the time of his arrest. He is currently charged with obscene acts against 3 minors. His defense argued that he had already settled with 2 out of the 3 victims out of the court, and promised that Ito will undertake counseling at a medical institution to prevent the reoccurrence of the act. Thankfully, I don't think I've watched any of these shows that he's produced. Oh no, I've watched Your Name.
Man, me too.
Name. I haven't watched Suzume and Weathering With. So
Yeah, neither have I.
But yeah, those are his films. But this dude's just a producer. He didn't make those.
Thank
so
God.
I don't feel bad about that. But yeah, this is messed up, dude.
Very.
Yeah. So yeah, just be careful if you're out and about in Japan. There may be some creepers running around.
I mean, there's creepers everywhere.
That's also true. All right, on to the next. My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime reveals cast April 7th debut in teaser trailer. The official website for the television anime of Hideyuki Furuhashi and Betancourt's My Hero Academia Vigilantes manga revealed on Wednesday the anime's main cast and April 7th premiere in a new teaser trailer. The anime staff also revealed a teaser visual. And there we go. The anime stars Shuichiro Umeda as Koichi Himawari, a college freshman who cannot give up his dream of becoming a hero and starts doing vigilante activities after meeting Knuckle Duster. Uh, Ikumi Hasegawa as Popstep, a self proclaimed freelance idol performing guerrilla live shows and does vigilante activities with Koichi and Knuckle Duster. And Yasuhiro Mamiya as Knuckle Duster, unqualified as a hero but has hero level fighting power. He sees hero potential in Koichi and involves him in his vigilante activities. The anime will premiere on April 7th on Tokyo MX and BSN TV channels at 11 p.m. JST, then on Yomiuri TV at 25:59 JST, effectively April 8th at 1:59 a.m. JST. Alrighty. There we are. Moving on, let's talk about Mobile Suit Gundam G Quacks. Your turn, buddy.
Mobile Suit Gundam beginning anime film streams English subtitled trailer. G Kids began streaming an English
It's
subtitled.
not quacks, it's G Quacks. You have to say G and then.
Oh, my bad. G.
Okay. There you go.
G Kids began streaming an English subtitle trailer for Mobile Suit Gundam G beginning a re-edited version of some episodes of the upcoming Mobile Suit Gundam G television anime on Wednesday.
Just
The
so
company will
stupid.
scream. Yep, the company will stream or screen the film in theaters in North America on February 28th. Mobile Suit Gundam G beginning
It's
is
gonna
playing
scream the
first in
film.
theaters.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
gonna scream
scream.
the film. You go into the theater and they just scream the entire.
It's just
script
three
at you.
people that are just
Yeah.
screaming the script at each other.
No, not at each other. At the audience.
Oh, true enough, true enough.
Yeah. That's the important part. It's at the
And
audience.
then the giant mech comes out.
Oh no, it's a robot.
Oh, Mobile Suit Gundam G beginning is playing first in theaters on January 17th. The anime is screening on 426 theaters, including 52 IMAX theaters. The film debuted at #1 in the Japanese box office in its opening weekend. It sold 352,500 tickets and it earned 598 million yen, about 3.83 million US, in its first 3 days.
Okay.
I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
All
a
right.
lot of
So
stuff I don't need.
next one, Webtoon platform, Peanuttoon abruptly shuts down next month. Peanuttoon, a Korean webtoon platform, announced on its website and official Twitter account on January 16th. Oh yeah, my birthday. That it will terminate its services on February 28th. The platform advised users to check its website for details regarding service usage and refunds for its in-app currency. Both readers and creators have expressed shock because of the sudden announcement. Dosak, the creator of Sketch, shared on their social media, "I learned about the termination this morning through an email sent at 10 a.m. The unilateral notification is disappointing and shocking." Sokgang, the creator of Great Match, also stated on their social media, "I will do my best to make the ongoing series available on another platform as soon as possible." While paid subscribers can apply for refunds, purchased works will no longer be accessible after the platform shuts down. Creators are now left to find new platforms for their works. Launched in 2015, Peanuttoon primarily focuses on boys' love and romance genres, maintaining a mid-tier position among webtoon platforms. Popular titles on the platform include The Beast of Bahal, Never Misses Its Prey, Heart-Pounding Strategy, and The Cat Lady and Her Bodyguards. I mean, that really does suck for the fans and the creators, though. That does
Yeah.
suck for them. Okay, Shogakukan releases Novelist, light novel / manga app using AI-assisted translation in the U.S. and Canada. Publisher Shogakukan announced that it is releasing Novelist, its new iOS and Android app, for light novel series and manga in the United States and Canada on Thursday at 2 p.m. EST. The Nikkei newspaper reported last July that Novelist uses AI-assisted translation for English releases. Shogakukan streamed a trailer, which yeah. Novelist features over 80 titles at launch, including Witch and Hound, and Kenga Ashura. Users can unlock long-term access to new chapters with in-app paid coins or short-term access via free coins. Update: the Shogakukan has told ANN that it was incorrect in saying the Too Many Losing Heroines title was available in the app. The app features vertical scrolling for reading and allows users to comment with their impressions on the works. The releases also include word balloons with icons of the characters to display characters' lines. As Shogakukan had told Nikkei, it has received feedback that Japanese names are hard to remember. I mean, yeah, but like that's true for all names regardless of language.
Mm.
Shogakukan plans to include original light novels written in the West in the future. There will be an upcoming competition for participants to submit their own English light novels for a chance to be featured in the Novelist app. Nikkei previously reported that the app will allegedly cut translation costs in half while also increasing the output of light novels in English. The app will utilize Mantra's AI assisted translation system. Mantra is the service that is providing AI translation for the simultaneous English releases of Kore Yamazaki's The Ancient Magus Bride and Ghost and Witch manga. Shogakukan invested in Mantra last June. Shogakukan's aim with the app is to release 400 works within 2 years. It is unclear if this means 400 different works or 400 novel volumes, including a Freerun Beyond Journey's End spin off novel and Kazumi Sawatari and illustrator Aitiki Shiotao Tayo no Sato. Jesus Christ. That's too long of a name. Novel series update: Shogakukan has confirmed with ANN that Freerun Beyond Journey's End spin-off novel is not currently available on the app. Shogakukan aims to have 1 million users of the app by the end of the fiscal year in 2027, with sales in several billions of yen. 1 billion yen is approximately 6.41 million US dollars. Shogakukan stated it will also release other publishers' works if publishers request it. Several other Japanese companies have recently started translating manga into English using AI or machine translations.
You think maybe they're paid by the word?
No, they're not paid at all. This is a cost-cutting method, and it sucks because I know a lot of people who work in the industry as translators for stuff
Mm.
like this, and I know that they're losing their jobs to AI.
Yeah.
It won't be long before Crunchyroll's translations are all AI. And guys, the AI doesn't have a sense of taste. It's gonna cover the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is one of those rom com series that I watched a couple years back. It was really cute. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Yamada-kun at level 999. It's getting a live action. The official
Interesting.
website for the live action film of Mashiro's My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999 manga unveiled a new trailer and poster visual for the film on Friday. The trailer reveals and previews the film's theme song, Now Loading. The film opens in theaters on March 28th. The film stars Ryuto Sakaguma, Sakuma as Akito Yamada and Mizuki Yamashita as Akane Kinoshita. Um, okay. I mean, you guys can go look up the cast and crew info. This looks really cute. I want to see the trailer for it. Compare it to the anime because I only watched the anime. I didn't read the manga, but I'm glad this is happening. I like the show. All right, now we're bebopping all the way to Mappa.
Which,
Shinichiro Watanabe. Yep,
yeah.
the official Twitter account for Lazarus, the new original anime for Toonami, with Shinichiro Watanabe, who is known for Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and Space Dandy, And the animation studio Mappa, who of course brought us Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Attack on Titan, the final season. You know, the season that didn't understand what the word final meant? Announced on Friday, the series will air on television in Japan starting in April on TV Tokyo and its affiliates. The announcement did not state when the anime will debut on Toonami. The staff uh, also revealed a new teaser visual.
Which, yeah, I definitely get the Cowboy Bebop vibes from this, and I'm
Yeah,
kind of okay with it. I'm very
I'm
intrigued
okay
as to
with it
what the
too.
opening is going to be.
All right, you get the last two.
Okay. Crunchyroll confirms some login credentials were posted on social media, states there is no evidence its systems were compromised. A Crunchyroll spokesperson released a statement to Anime News Network on Friday after
This
rumors
just sounds
spread on
like the
social
building is on
media.
fire and they're like, everything's fine here.
Yeah. Uh, After rumors spread on social media on Thursday that many usernames and passwords of Crunchyroll premium subscribers were allegedly posted on social media. Crunchyroll's full statement reads, "We are aware that login credentials for several streaming services, including Crunchyroll, were posted on social media and have resolved the issue. We have secured the affected accounts, investigated the situation, and determined that there is no evidence that Crunchyroll's systems have been compromised. Crunchyroll encourages subscribers to diversify and change passwords regularly and keep them confidential. For any questions regarding account security, fans can visit our customer service help page." On Thursday, a now deleted post on Twitter from user The Real Wilson allegedly featured a list of usernames and passwords from Crunchyroll premium accounts. Several accounts on Twitter then stated they saw their usernames and passwords on the list, although ANN could not verify this information. The the Twitter account has since been suspended. So that's terrifying. Yeah. Anything to say on that, or he's gone? And if we're gonna move on, I kind of need him to. Oh, well, I guess. Yeah. Who let Dave touch the computers? File announcement. Nice. Um. Okay. Well. Go Go Loser Ranger anime's second season reveals main visual April 13th debut. The official Twitter account on the television anime of Neji Haruba's Go Go Loser Ranger Sentai Daishikaku manga revealed a visual and April 13 debut on Sunday for the anime's second season. The anime will debut on April 13th and will air on CBC and TBS and 28 affiliated networks on Sundays at 11:30 p.m. Japanese Standard Time in the Agaru anime programming block. Disney Plus will again stream the anime. While not specifically announced to stream on Hulu, anime acquired by Disney Plus typically streams on Hulu in the US. Returning staff members of the second season include director Keiichi Sato at Yostar Pictures, series composition writer Keiichiro Ochi, character designer Kahoko Koseki, animation supervisor Kenji Hayama, and composer Yoshihiro Ike. The first season premiered. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Go, go,
So that's cool.
Ranger. There we go.
God, I love that opening.
All right, guys. That's it for our big block of anime news. We are going to be going into the reviews shortly. So, for those of you who don't want to get spoiled on any of the shows we're talking about, which will be Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries, Blue Box, and Zenshu. Oh, it's only going to be me talking about Zenshu. If you don't want spoilers, guys, we absolutely understand. Thank you for sticking with us for this long. And we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, for more light novel readings. That being said, though, guys, spoiler tag is coming up. All right. Let's start with Blue Box. Episode 16. Tell me about it.
Ooh, oh man. Okay, so episode 16.
Mm-hmm.
Things are getting a little more back to normal, but Taiki feels something's off between him and Chinatsu. And then Chinatsu moves back in with her mother because she came back to Japan for a bit. And it's like, oh no,
For like a month, yeah.
yeah. So Taiki's having to battle the feelings there. But he's like, you know what? Things still working out. We still plan to see each other the next morning, and then they don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I'll see her later. They do
And then,
for a brief second,
yeah, and then for like
and then they
days,
don't.
and then they don't.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the next days, yeah, he gets home and he's like, I didn't get to see her or talk to her much at all. It was sad. He
And
gets
then there
home and
she
there
is.
she is,
Yeah,
and she's like,
exactly.
yeah, I forgot something, but also just wanted to talk. It's like, oh,
Aw, bitch.
bitch. But so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they have a little laugh over how things happened, and Chinatsu goes home and she's watching something on TV that kind of mirrors her situation. And then her mother comes in and is like, man, that bitch right there, she's just messing with everyone. Why doesn't she just be honest with how she feels, you know? It would be better for everyone. And then Chinatsu's sitting there like, right.
Yeah, it's like, hey, light bulb, light bulb, light bulb.
She goes to sit in the bath, and then she's like, just all up in her thoughts. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, but Taiki's still dating her. What's her name? I forgot her name. Fuck. Cute
They're
one.
not.
Shit.
They're not actually
Pink hair.
dating. She just thinks they
Yeah,
are.
that's what
Like,
she's thinking,
she
though.
confessed. She confessed. That doesn't mean they're dating. It's
But
yeah.
she doesn't know
I
that.
know. I know. I'm saying that
It's
more. I'm saying
situational
that at Chinatsu.
irony.
Yeah, he's dating cotton
Yeah.
candy hair, and I'm like, he's not. No, he's not.
God. Was it Hina? Was her name Hina?
I think it is.
I think so. Either way, so they're also prepping for the culture festival, so that's fun. Apparently, Taiki and Hina's class is doing Snow White, which that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting on a play, and then
And Taiki's
Shinatsu is
getting
in.
overworked.
Oh yes, Taiki is having to run around and do quite a lot of shit. He's basically the director,
He's
but
the
he's also like printing out flyers and shit and
mm-hmm.
making sure everyone's got copies of stuff. It's like ugh,
He's
he's
the
running
fucking
around doing a lot.
president. Let's be honest.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
But there's uh, he has to take something over to the class 2B, which is Chinatsu's class, and they get to
Mm-hmm.
sit and talk for a bit. It's nice, and they have a little moment of like what it could be if they were in the same class, and you get to
Mm-hmm.
see it's all smiles. They're like, oh, this is adorable, but
Yeah.
it's not
So
how it
cute.
be.
It's so
Oh,
freaking cute.
and then let's see. Then they go back having to do their own stuff, you know, prepping for the culture festival, and then Hina has to get something printed,
Mm-hmm.
and Shinatsu is already there printing something. She's at the printer, and they're like, "Oh, hi, how's it going?" Yeah. And then Hina just straight up says, "I confessed my feelings to Taiki," and that's where it ends.
Yep. Yep.
And you're sitting there like, ah,
Mm-hmm.
little pink haired bitch throwing wrenches in all sorts of things, but at the same time, like, she's the only one who will move forward and do something. I appreciate her so much for that. Like, God. And also, I don't even know who I'm voting for because Hina's really cute, and I'm like, I would like it if that happened. But then Shinatsu is the one that started it all, and I'm like, uh, uh,
Mm-hmm. Welcome to
oh, it's
romance
playing with my
anime.
heart. Yeah,
Welcome to
it's
romance
fucking.
anime.
Why
Right.
can't it all be like oh, what was the other one? Shit, I forgot what it was called now. I had to watch it and review it. It was
You didn't review it, but you did just watch it.
yeah, uh,
I know what you're talking about, Horimiya.
Horimiya. That's it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, where they just get right to it. That
Yeah,
is
it's
a
just like
rarity.
immediately episode 1, they are in love. There is
That
no stopping that.
that is a rarity in anime
Oh,
right
it's
there.
so good. I love that.
All right.
Either way,
That being
but
said, what is your rating for this episode?
giving it I kind of want to give it an 8 out of 10 just because of how it ended. It pissed me off.
I'm kind of
Had a
at an eight
lot
out
of
of
really
10
cute
too.
moments though.
I'm at an 8 out of 10 too, and I think most of my negative points come from the fact that I already know where the story is going in this episode. So it's just like, yeah, there weren't a lot of surprises. It was nice. The animation's good. The acting's good. Like everything's up there. but I already know the story, so it's my fault that that there are any negatives, and I'm aware of it. That's why it's only like 2 points for me, instead of like I know where the story's going. This fucking sucks, and it's like no, it's still really good regardless. It's just I also know that if I want to let my ADHD take over, I could skip ahead several places in this episode, and I wouldn't miss anything because I know what I basically know the gist of what's going on. So that's the only downside for me. All right, on
Mm.
to the next thing. Apothecary Diaries, season 2, episode, was it 3 or 4?
I think this was 4.
Yeah, I think this was 4. It was the mushroom episode. All the mushrooms. All of
Mushrooms.
the mushrooms.
Mushy wanna
Mushy.
be my
Yeah,
friend.
exactly. All right, so we were in the same place. All right,
Of course.
good to go. All right, man, tell us all about it.
So we finally get back to her Sherlock homing ways, and it's wonderful. Um, we just kind of hear that it's like, oh, it's sad this concubine died, and we're like, who the fuck is that? We haven't seen her. Apparently, she's one of the lower rank ones, and we've been dealing with all the higher rank ones. So, um, but still, it's like, oh well, that's sad. That sucks. And then Mister What's his face, Prince Boy, I forgot his name. God, whatever his name is. He's trying to be secretive, and he's
Jinshi?
like, Jinshi, that's the guy. He's trying to be secretive about it. He's like, all right, so gonna talk with. He talks with God, Pink concubine chick has a baby.
Gyo something. I don't remember.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think it's like Gyokyo, something like that.
I have no
Her.
idea.
He's talking to her. Just cutting up because he knows
I
wherever
just know
she
Zhao
is,
Mao and
eventually
Jinshi.
Zhao Mao. Yeah.
I just know Mao. I keep wanting to
Yeah.
call her Mao Mao because that's what I'm used to.
Her name is Mao Mao.
Yeah, but they
Zhao
call her
Mao was
Zhao
the
Mao.
freaking. No, only the one guy calls her Zhao Mao.
Oh, okay. Well, Mao Mao.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, so he's
Meow
hanging out
meow.
with the pink chick because Mao Mao pops up every so often around her. So he's like, I'm waiting for her. Then he finally gets his chance, and is like, hey, you want to just help me find some poisonous mushrooms? We're just looking around right now. We're just trying to be safe, you know. Just go out to the forest, find some mushrooms. Let us know what you get. And she's like, oh, okay, yay, mushrooms. So she goes mushroom hunting, and then she's like, that's an interesting smell.
God damn it,
Mushrooms.
Brandon. God damn it, Brandon. Ah, yes,
What?
I remember when I
Remember
search
when
up
I search
on
up
Mal. It says character name. It says Pink Concubine
Pink
Beach.
concubine beach? Oh, fuck off. Do you remember her fucking name? Don't you dare Google it.
Gyoku something. I don't. That's all
It's
I remember.
something like that. But
Anyway.
yeah. So she gets the mushrooms. She comes back, and then later she goes to see the pink concubine bitch again, and is like, "Hi, hi. Oh, notices a little. They're tying a black strip of cloth around their wrists." And then the head lady in waiting takes Mau Mau over to. They phrase it like they're going to get food, but they're actually going to the funeral service for the concubine who died. And that's when
And what
Mau
a
Mau
twist.
does. Oh yes, that's when Mau
Yes.
Mau does all her fucking sleuthing and is
Medical-
like, okay,
her
so
medical Sherlock routine.
yes,
Yes.
it's like, okay, so this bitch has stuff on her hands. The dead body has stuff all over her. And then this other bitch comes in, who's another low-ranking concubine. She's got the same symptoms.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And she
Well,
does
I
some
know what did
sleuthing,
this.
And we finally find out where the smell came from.
Yep, apparently it was. Well, first they find the
It was
mushroom
decomposition.
that caused everything,
Oh yeah.
which
By the way, that
is
looked creepy as
poisonous.
hell.
That was the
looked
point.
creepy as hell. Yeah.
But the thing is, it is poisonous, but it wasn't deadly. That wasn't what killed her.
Mm.
But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So they find the mushroom,
Just a little bit ahead.
and then Mau Mau sitting there. It's like, well, I can't reveal anything too much. However, I need some people to do stuff for me. Takes them all out into the field. She follows her nose to the fruity taste that shows. There's a dead body in the ground.
Dig here now.
And they do, and they uncover a body. Which body? Well, it just so happens it's the concubine that just died. But it's a
Been dead
skeleton.
for a year.
Yes. And so it
Dun,
turns
dun,
out.
dun.
Dun! And so it turns out that some more shadiness is going on. We can't be sure of what happened, but Mao Mao assumes what happened. That she didn't tell them, but she kept to herself. But what she assumes what happened was that there was a lady in waiting that looked very much like that concubine. That concubine who died was a bitch, a total bitch. She abused everyone, basically. She was a bitch. So there was one point where she ended up going off the rails, and then she ended up dying. And that's when the lady in waiting who looked like that concubine was sitting there like, oh no. And then all the other ladies in waiting are like, hey, guess what? You're going to be her. It's like, huh? Huh? So they kind of sign her up to just, look the part. But they say she's ill, so the emperor doesn't need to visit her. So, keeps things easy. Until apparently that lady in waiting who was disguised as the concubine had a engagement that was getting closer and closer. And that's when the concubine or the ladies in waiting, other ladies in waiting, all said, "Okay, this bitch gonna die." And so she did. But that is still just speculation. I love this series. It's fun. We gotta see how Kyrie's how she's been holding up with it. How she likes it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she was the
What's
one who
your
loved
rating?
the show, remember?
I know.
My rating. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 because it finally going back to the good stuff. The stuff I love. The sleuthin. The sleuthin.
I'm sleuthing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm staying with an 8. I'm stick with 8 out of 10.
Fair enough.
All right, now we move on to solo leveling. Take it away once
Woo!
more.
Yes. So this time in solo leveling, we finished up in the we'd finished up in this last dungeon that he was in. He just comes out and he's like, "Well, I've got 2 of the 3 ingredients, but I need to get stronger to get that last ingredient, and going through the E, D, and C ranks ain't gonna cut it. I need to go through stronger gates." So he decides he needs to get reevaluated finally. And boy, does it cause a big stink. And God, this episode was hilarious for it.
Yeah.
So he shows up there, and then one of the recruiters who's with the White Tiger Guild, he's like, "Oh, fuck, it's the guy." Calls up Bake. "Hey, he's here."
It's the
Who's there?
guy.
Him. Oh, fuck. So he has to head out. But a little ways away, the dude whose name I can't remember, and
June.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Choi,
Choi Jun.
yeah, Choi Jun. They're talking, and then they hear this commotion, and they're like, I guess let's go check it out.
Along with Clark. He's talking
Yes,
with
Clark.
Yeah.
I can't remember his other name. That's my problem. I know we call him Clark, but it's like, what is his other fucking
I
name?
think it's Wu Jinshu is his name. He's my character.
Wu Jinchu? Yeah, he's your character.
I
yeah.
should fucking know his name. I think it's Wu Jinshu.
So, yeah, they see this commotion is being caused, and they go in, and so what it is Jinu, he's sitting there doing the reevaluation, and it's saying error because he's so powerful, this machine can't cut it. So that means he's an S rank.
Can't quite cut the mustard.
Yeah. So the place he's getting the reevaluation done at, they're like, "Okay, so come back in 3 days, and we'll do it again to get you an exact rating, and it'll all be good." And that's when Clark and Choi come in, and Choi's sitting there like, he is an S rank. I'm going to recruit this man. You just see it all over his face. Jinu turns, and it's like, "Oh, that's the big guy. That's the other S rank, the fire spell master guy. Fuck." And then he just walks right past him. Choi is sitting there like, "Hi, my name is Choi. I'm this amazing guy." I'm sorry. What? And it's so funny because Choi is sitting there. Jinu just completely brushes past him, says, "I'm sorry." And then Choi turns to Clark and is like, "I did tell him my name was Choi, whatever, right? I did say that." Oh. And then after Jinu's left, then Bake comes running in, all sweaty and shit, and Choi's sitting there like, oh, this guy's really special. If this guy's doing this, he ran from his guild. So, yeah, we got 2 people who's after Jinu's booty, or at least his strength. And then Jinu gets to have a sit down with the dude who leads the Hunters Association, and
President Go Gun Hee.
yeah, Go Gun He. They have a little chat, and Go Gun He's sitting there. It's like, so we can't do shit if an S rank does something inside a dungeon. We don't have anyone strong enough. But if you join us, you can change that, and you can bring some folks to justice who need it. And then Jinu's sitting there like, tempting, but no, I need to be stronger, so I'm gonna fight monsters. And Gung Hee is sitting there like, that's interesting. I like this kid. This guy's awesome. That's essentially it. That's essentially what he's saying. And so yeah, Jinu moves on, and
As you do.
this is where he goes undercover to go at least scope out what an an A rank gate looks
You have
like.
to understand, as a boy, he yearned for the mines.
Of course.
Yeah.
So he signed up to be a part of the A rank mining team.
I swear to God, when we get to this point, I'm gonna have to get a whole bunch of men together to sing "Diggy Diggy Hole" as they mine. It needs to be. It's only gonna be there for like a couple of seconds. It's like
I don't
am
care.
a hunter
The
and
dwarf.
I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole.
I think it would be better if, because you don't want to try to do hunter. It's like, I'm in a mine and I'm digging up.
Actually, you
what
know
do they
what?
call it?
We'll just do the actual song. I
Yeah,
am
just-
a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
It's like,
Diggy,
all right,
diggy
men,
hole,
sing the work
diggy,
song.
diggy hole. It's so funny because we do that, but the joke is that like then the foreman calls to Ginu and he pulls up. He's like, "Oh, hold up, yeah," and it turns out he was just listening to music the whole time.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Ginu. Ginu! Huh?
Yeah.
What's up?
You missed the best thing that the chairman said was 20 years younger, and he would join. No, he said even 10. 10
If
years
we can
younger,
get
he would
that-
join in. That
Oh,
would be
yeah.
cool.
If we could get the sponsorship, that would be a perfect spot for Raycon. Just saying.
Oh, God. All right. No, there's several spots where we're going to be using those.
Oh, I
where
know,
we're
I
gonna have
know.
stuff
But we
like
gotta.
that.
Oof.
Like the joke is from this moment onwards. He's literally got a dungeon playlist he starts working with.
Oh yeah, but so yeah, he goes in as part of the mining team, which is very interesting. The Choi guy, the fire specialist guy, he's there, and he actually doesn't notice Jinu. However, Che and Ha is also there. She kind of notices him, and she's apparently got a very, very strong
What
nose.
did you just call her?
Hey and Cha. I said it
You
wrong.
said-
I said
you
Che and
Che
Ha.
and Ha. I was like, wait,
I
what?
did. And then I was like, no, that's wrong. Oh no. Either way, so he's mining. He's like, man,
He's
this place is
digging a
cool,
hole, man.
but I can feel the boss. I know where it's at.
can
I just
feel
want
the
to. I
pull
just want to
of a
touch it.
strong monster.
I'm not gonna kill it. I just want to touch
I
it.
just want to poke it with
So-
this dagger that I
Which
brought.
is what he says,
to
and
kill
it's
it.
so funny. Yeah, he waits for all the other miners to leave so they go on break, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna just work a little harder. Which, it's hilarious what all the other miners are saying. The frickin' the I'm just gonna call him the straw bus because I can't help but think of the song 16 Tons.
No.
But he's sitting there like, damn, this
No.
boy,
What?
he's a
No,
true blue collar
no.
worker.
You know what the other thing is that we could do if we didn't do Diggy Diggy Hole? We could sing the Pokemon theme song, but as Amazing Grace, because it works. I want to
Wanna be the very best.
Dude, your lag
Like
is killing me.
no one ever
You
was.
can stop. You can stop. It's okay. We get the joke.
Don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I know you're the archaeologist here, but we got to finish this up.
Either way. Fuck. So yeah, he goes to look at the boss.
Yeah, I love that.
That's God's
the
gift to blue
God's
collar
gift.
workers
Yeah.
like us boys.
Yeah.
Yes. It was hilarious. Cha head cha.
No.
Thank you, Jared. Okay. Oh man, but where was I? Fuck. Oh yeah, goes up
What
to the
happened?
boss. There's a gate. He's outside the gate. He's like, I could just go in there. I could just poke it. I'm not gonna kill it. If I kill it, the gate will close. They don't need that. I could just poke it. It would be fun. And then Hey and Cha pops up. It's like, hey. What are you doing here?
So what you
And that's
doing?
where it
And
ends.
that's it. Yeah, yeah. I don't think his thought process was ADHD as you made it, but like that's good energy for the
That's
abridged.
essentially
I'm
what he
excited.
was
I'm very
going to,
excited
man.
for that. Please, have I shown you the thumbnail that I put together for episode 2?
You have not.
Oh, I'll show it to you in a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, what rating will you give this episode?
I'll give this an 8 out of 10 because I know more
Really,
is
just an
coming.
eight? Just an
Yeah, just
eight?
an 8. It was a really
No,
fun
with
one.
the amount of content and how good it was, I'm giving it a 9. I could
Fair
have
enough.
sworn you were going to give this one a 9. It was worthy of that. I don't think there was
Eh,
anything that should have knocked it down 2 points. I mean, yeah, we know some other stuff's upcoming, and there's some really good, fun moments, but like this was really good. This was really, really good. All right,
I'm not disagreeing.
Zenshu, you need to mute for a bit or deafen. I'll tell you when. All right, we good? Okay, we're good. All right, so Zenshu, he's only watched the first episode, so with me recapping episode 4, turns out the little elf chick that's on the hero's team or whatever, she's trying to summon the big bad, and she turns into the big bad, but through the power of animation, um, what's her name, literally draws um a character from a boys idol group that was the first animation that she ever worked on, and there's like a big singing montage, and they make them not give up on life because like the whole organization, turns out there's like this little secret organization, and this whole time he thought it was like the hero thought it was like a choir. Turns out no, they are sick of the world, hate life, they just want it all to end, and through the power of song. Yeah, don't ask. I think it's pretty silly, but it is. I don't get idol culture or and idol worship. I just don't get it. Like it's weird to me. But yeah, that's what happened. So I will give this episode of Zenshu a 7 out of 10. That's my rating. Okay, there we go. So that being said, we are now done. I'm taking the spoiler tag away as we have finished that up. That is all of the anime and nerdy news that we have for you this week. We will see you next week for more. I literally got hit with another one as we were doing this. So a Superman TV spot came out, and it's got some extra footage in it. And so maybe we'll talk about that next week. Who knows?
Cool.
With that being said, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and joining us for this week's Anime Church. We will back. We will be back next week with a fresh set of news. But of course, we'll be here tomorrow for the light novel streams. This week, it's going to be. Is this is the last Monday of the month, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. So we're playing some sort of video game. I don't know what it is. I don't think we're playing Raft. We're playing something else. I don't know what all. I don't know if Shem has Satisfactory. Otherwise, I'd be like, let's all just hop on Satisfactory server and have
I'd be down
fun.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. With it means you'd have to join the server that we're in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Just let me know.
I knew that ahead of time.
Okie dokie. But yeah, we you could do that, or we'll figure something else out. Who knows? But yeah, we're gonna have a chill gaming stream with the light novel boys. Good day and amen. No, amen. Amen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We gotta keep
No,
it
praise Arceus.
amen.
Just be
That's
happy we're not
literally
saying praise menu.
no. That's what the amen is, dude. Anyway, Eamon is from Log Horizon, and that's the joke. Log Horizon Abridged specifically, and that's the joke. We have a Twitch emote for it and everything. Eamon is Eamon. It's in the game. All right,
E
guys.
E E E E E E.
E e e e e. All right. Anyway, that being said, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Take care, and don't forget we have Fan Friday coming up. And right now, Moon, you are watching the 2001 version of Fruits Basket.
Yep.
Um,
continuing that
over
on
on.
Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll be continuing that on Wednesday over on the Discord, but not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, the 5th of February. You will be beginning your anime streaming reaction thingy. We'll be
Mm-hmm.
moving over to Twitch. He'll be watching anime on Twitch. We just will not be saving the VODs. So
Yes.
then that will begin with the 2019 version of Fruits Basket, which is the version that's more in line with the manga. Not that this isn't in line with the manga. There's toward the end things like there's a couple episodes that are out of order, but
Mm.
otherwise it does follow typically the manga pretty well. This one's just the sillier one versus the 2019 version, which is a little more serious. It's not that it doesn't have its funny moments. It's just that it's more about the drama than it is about the yucks. So
Mm.
that being said, we're looking forward to that. And it looks like you will be checking out Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night as your
Yep.
third one.
After
So
that.
we're getting Fruits Basket 2019, Haikyuu, and then Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait for you to check out at least just the first season of Haikyuu. That's going to be good. I think Haikyuu is like 24 to 25 episodes per season, and there's 4 seasons. So you'll be in Haikyuu for a while. Sorry.
Mm.
Work also has begun on Overlord. We had some really, really silly ideas that we are absolutely in love with, and yeah, we had some good conversations about stuff. Can't go into much, but yeah, we haven't started scripting. We've just been putting stuff together so we know what kind of thing we're building, and then we'll start typing it later. But yeah, we're having fun with scripting sessions, so look forward to that. Overlord Abridged coming soon. And sorry to you, Moon. The reason we have not been working on cutting lines is because Konosuba has been taking over a lot of my abridging hours lately
That's fine.
because it's getting closer and closer to being done. So
That's fine.
we now
Uh.
officially have an opening put
Mm.
together. It's a work
Sweet.
in progress, but I mean, mostly because we haven't added the any sound to it or cleaned up any of the lines. And I'm waiting on one more line of I'm waiting on one more character's dialogue, and then we'll be good. That being said, yeah, everything is pretty much good to go. The credits are done. The episode is, I'd say, the full episode is probably 98% finished, and then the opening is about 90% finished. So, yeah, we're pretty good to go. Hopefully, things will pick up and get moving relatively soon. That being said, we'll see you next time. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
And you have been checking out Anime Church, the church where cosplay is not only appreciated, but it is accepted, and we won't judge you for it.
And highly encouraged.
And highly encouraged.